What a very busy and crazy summer we've had. It's been chaotic. Hi, welcome to Schulte Sweetie's Homeschool YouTube channel. My name is Stephanie and I'm a mom of 3 girls ages 14, 10, and 8. We are starting our 9th year of homeschooling with just our youngest this year. So we have lots of changes coming up. So next week, my older 2 will start back to public school. I will have a freshman in high school. That is so crazy. Like, I know a lot of us get on here and say like, oh, we are gonna have the next grade, but like it is so crazy to wrap my mind around having a high schooler right now. But so we have a high schooler, and then I will have a 5th grader, and she is going to public school, and then my youngest is in 2nd grade. And I am sharing today all about how our summer's been. I have shared a lot about each month through our school year, and I haven't taken any time really to share what we've been up to this summer. So I'm going to do kind of like a brief recap of, hopefully brief, it's a lot. So a recap and sharing a lot of things of what's been going on with our family this summer, and then share what I'm looking forward to in August. So if you haven't really figured it out, I have not been so motivated to do a lot of videos this summer with my YouTube channel. I've averaged around a video a week, but it's been sometimes hit or miss. I've just not been motivated, and my little girls have really enjoyed spending a lot of time downstairs where I record, playing like Barbies and stuff. So I've enjoyed that because first of all, they weren't on technology as much this summer. Yay. So, but also then that also puts me in a weird spot, like where do I record if I'm going to record something, which here I am in their bedroom. My husband works from home, so I can't really record in my bedroom very well because he is working. And so this is me with a door shut in their bedroom. I've had to kind of like clean off things and stuff to kind of get it presentable. So I'm going to share what we've done in June and July, and what we're looking forward to in August. So we started June off with vacation, and it was a great vacation. We went to Gulf Shores. My mom came with us, and then we had some friends that also that met us down there. They are from our same area, and then we kind of drove separately and everything. And we got this duplex of a house. We almost were going to get one of those like condo type things that are on the water on the beach, but all of the Airbnb, like, I don't know, it just kept like not working out. Like they kept changing our rooms and stuff, and I was really worried that we wouldn't have a room once we got down there. So we found this duplex. It was a house, like we each had our own separate sides, and then a shared like back porch that was covered, and a shared like little pool, access to the lagoon, and it was really nice. We have a paddleboard that we got for Christmas from my mom, and so we were spending some time on the paddleboard. We didn't go to the beach as often just because, well, we had the lagoon right there, plus there was like red flags and there was like rip currents that were kind of crazy then. So we didn't spend as much time at the beach. We did go to the Blue Angels to a practice time. And then we've also did like a dolphin cruise. That was really fun. We walked around like the state park. We had a good time. It felt like a real vacation. Then we got back, and immediately the next day, my oldest daughter started like tech week, performance week for a show she was in. It was a small group of kids, like 20 kids or so, and they were performing songs from junior musicals, and it was just kind of like put all together into a show. They did like singing and dancing and stuff, and it was really good. So they had 4 performances that weekend. So that was crazy. It was like the weekend after we got home. With the performances, it was really kind of fun since it was like a small group. I decided to volunteer and like help out during that week especially, and I'm so glad I did because I had a lot of fun being like the theater mom as well. So just kind of helping where I could, and I really enjoyed that. So I'm glad that I took that opportunity to volunteer because I don't usually. Then it was also starting fair that weekend, so we had to take projects in. I had to help set up and do some different things. We have kind of since figured out that we just don't love 4-H, and my girls just did projects. We had the intention maybe in future years we might do animal for 4-H, and my middle, loves animals, wants to be a vet, and I feel a little guilty, but none of us really felt like we loved 4-H, so I think we're just gonna be done. It was just kind of an extra thing that we felt obligated to do since we were joining. So I think we're just gonna, we tried it 1 year and that it's just not for us. So then, that same week also, my youngest did a cheer camp for a few days, and it was really cute. She was really adorable, but she doesn't really love it. They do have an opportunity to do more cheer in the fall if she wanted to, but she was like not interested, which is totally fine by me. One less thing for us to do this school year, but it was really cute for her to do the cheer camp. The following week, so it was the week of fair, we volunteered for a dinner at the fair for an hour. My middle daughter did an archery camp. They have archery, like a club at her school she's going to. She really enjoyed it. We wanted her to try it out first before she would maybe join the archery club, but she really liked it. And then my youngest daughter did a Tangled theme dance camp, and she loved that as well. So we were busy that next week. So it was like 3 weeks in a row. We had vacation, the show, and then some camps. Also took the time, like my oldest daughter had a birthday. And so we went to a dinner and a show. We saw The Little Mermaid, and it was really great. She had a sleepover. And I also, in June, spoke at a homeschooling convention, and it was really fun. I will say, my favorite part of the conventions, I've been to a few other ones. This is the first time I spoke at one. I was a little anxious, but I will say my favorite part is just getting to know like local women that go with me. And so I think this is my third convention that I've gone to with some friends and things. And so I just really enjoy that, getting to know the moms away from kids and things, and having mom's night away. Now I'm going into July. We had 4th of July fireworks, and then there was a parade that my youngest daughter got to walk in because she was a part of cheer camp. So that was really cute. We've had several play dates with my middle daughter and some girls from church because she's going into school. She doesn't know pretty much anybody except for like a few church kids, and maybe a couple kids from theater stuff. But she's excited, but she is getting to know a few girls from church. They won't be in her classes, but they'll see each other at like recess and lunch, so she gets to eat with everybody in her grade. So it's been good getting to know the parents as well as during their play dates and stuff, but I'm excited for her for this opportunity to make new friends. We've also had like hair appointments and back to school shopping. Like, we've been squeezing everything in. My youngest daughter went to a princess tea party. My girls were a part of an intense theater week. It's so crazy. So they know their parts ahead of time, like in May usually. They get their scripts. They're supposed to know the songs, know their lines and everything leading up before they start this camp. So then they start on a Sunday, and then they had performances on Thursday and Friday night. So the practices are 1 to 4, sometimes 1 to 6, and then like the performance days, they're there at 1 and like they stay through the performance. So it's like 8 or 9 by the time they can leave. So it makes for a long week. I was like so excited that I would have some downtime to like do things around the house. I didn't seem to have that much downtime. my week went so quick. I did end up helping a little bit more than I expected. I helped with meals and things, the performance nights. They also, so the play was Mary Poppins, and so it was Mary Poppins Jr. And so they hung umbrellas out in the hallway with like their pictures and things. So that was really cool. And so I'm just going to share this cuteness about it. I was really skeptical about Mary Poppins, but the director always does a great job with sets. That's like a high priority for her. So it was very well done with sets. And then so my youngest daughter was a little honeybee in there, and she was also like a townsperson. Then they were double cast for Thursday and Friday. So Thursday night, my older two were ensemble people and like walked around and everything, the townspeople. But then on Friday night, my oldest was Jane, and my middle one was Michael. And it was really fun to see them perform. They practiced really well together. They knew their stuff. And it was just really neat experience to see them be able to perform those two kind of bigger roles. And they just did such a good job together. So I was really proud of them. Then we've had VBS, and we've had another birthday for my youngest, and just lots of things. The VBS and my youngest daughter's birthday, we didn't miss my youngest daughter's birthday last year, but we were out of town last year traveling out west, and so we've had it's been nice to be able to be home for VBS and for my daughter's birthday. Forgot to mention that I had two big priorities that I mentioned in a previous video that I will link above for what we were going to work on this summer with my younger two, to first of all get prepared for my middle going to 5th grade public school, and then also just work on reading with my youngest. So for math, my middle daughter she worked hard. Some days there were a few days it was like a little bit harder, and we did not completely get it all done. Not all that I wanted to get done, but she got a good amount. She started working through decimals and stuff too. So I think that she will be pretty prepared for next year. So we'll see. I don't know if we will complete this all, but we only have a few days left before school starts. And then my youngest, she was working on level 1, and she still has a few lessons left as well. But I just figured it's not a huge deal if we don't start with level 2. We can just finish this up in just a couple weeks, and then we'll just move on to the next level, which I already have ready and prepared. So we didn't get as much done this summer as I had hoped, but I kind of knew going into the summer that we probably wouldn't have a lot of time to get everything done. It has been so crazy, and I feel like leading into August now with going back to school, I'm actually so excited because I feel like things are going to slow down. I know that they probably won't completely because we're still involved in a lot of things, but I think it'll be nice. I know I've been so prepared for homeschool. Like I have all the curriculum that we need for my youngest daughter, and I have a general idea in my head of what we might do, which I'll share kind of schedule. I always try to do a schedule and then it always falls by the wayside. But one of the things with back to school, like my oldest is going into high school, my middle is starting school for the very first time ever, and so I've been so focused on them that I haven't really done a lot of figuring out for homeschooling, but I'm like, that is okay. I just keep it's gonna come and it'll be fine. I haven't gotten as prepared as I like to be for homeschooling, but I figure once we have a staggered start, and one of my daughters is going one day and another one's going another day, and so I'm like, once they kind of go back to school together and are gone, I think it'll be nice for us to be able to settle down into a homeschooling routine again, finally. My youngest daughter has really been wanting some friendships after seeing like her sisters have extra friends on the side now. And so I am really trying to be intentional this year with her. She won't have any siblings at home during the school day, and then I figure by nighttime they'll probably be doing homework or tired and things. So I need to be more intentional this year. She does have friends from church, but like we don't really hang outside of church. And we no longer have piano lessons. We've stopped those now. So I have enrolled her in an art club that is meeting once a week. So I've heard that the art club has kids right around her age, usually some girls. So I'm excited for that. And I just yesterday kind of had the idea that there's this local co-op. It's not too far away. It meets for several hours and they're divided by grades. And I was like, maybe we should join this. I've had this idea for a couple years. I think it'll be a really good idea. We know several other families that are a part of it. So I'm excited for this opportunity to join that as well. And then my middle daughter will have soccer after school. My oldest will probably be involved in some things after school. I'm assuming like the fall play and things, or I don't know, she has several options for plays now. So she's excited for that, I'm sure. And then we also in August have like a concert over one of the weekends. So we're excited. That concert is a Jamie Grace concert. I don't know if you're familiar with her music, but I have really loved her music and instilled that in my daughters. She's a Christian music singer, and she's coming back on tour. She hasn't gone on tour. My oldest was young, and we went to her concert before. So my little ones are excited to go to that concert as well. My mom is coming too. So life is still busy in August, and I'm sure it's gonna be a busy fall, but I'm so excited for like the routine and back to school. Like my younger two have been fighting like crazy this summer and driving me insane. So it's been a lot of fun, and like telling them to stop fighting like daily, hourly. I don't know. I don't know if you have kids like that, but that's how my summer's been. It's been a little bit like I'm ready for more normal and more routine. So let me know how things have been going for your summer. Are you back to school now already? Like I usually like to start in July, but we're starting in August. So I'm excited to get back into routine. So I will talk to you later. I hope you have a great day.